So there I was, standing in the middle of a crowded street in Italy, surrounded by the beauty of it all. The stunning architecture, the vibrant streets, the bustling crowds, and I had nothing. Literally nothing. Let me rewind for a second. I had planned this trip for months. Italy had been at the top of my bucket list, and after weeks of saving up, I was finally there. It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime, the one where everything goes right. I had this image of myself wandering through cobblestone streets, sipping espresso at a cafe, watching the world go by. But reality? Well, it doesn't always match up with the dream. It all started on the second day. I was in Rome, dragging my suitcase behind me, excited to catch the train to Florence. I had just checked out of my Airbnb. The sun was shining. I was feeling good. I had my phone, my wallet, my passport, and my luggage, my entire life for the next 2 weeks, carefully packed. I thought I was being cautious, keeping an eye on everything. But then it happened. I stepped into a cafe to grab a coffee before heading to the station. I was only gone for 15 minutes. When I returned, my suitcase was gone. Gone. And the worst part? It wasn't just the loss of clothes or souvenirs. It was the feeling of violation, like someone had taken something from me, something that was supposed to keep me safe and secure while I traveled halfway around the world. My mind raced. I didn't even know where to start. I ran to the police. I filed a report. But I knew deep down this wasn't just about getting a bag back. I was in a foreign country. I didn't know how long this process would take. My travel plans were unraveling before my eyes, and the thought of dealing with this on my own was overwhelming. But here's where the story takes a turn. In the middle of all the chaos, I remembered something a friend had told me. Make sure you have travel insurance. I had signed up for it, thinking it was just an afterthought, something you check off a list before you leave. I never imagined I'd actually need it, but I'm telling you, in that moment, it was the lifeline that saved me. I called the insurance company. They were calm, collected, and more than anything, helpful. They took care of everything. The reimbursement for the lost items, the help with rescheduling my travel plans, and most importantly, they made me feel like I wasn't in this alone. I'm not going to lie, there was still a part of me that was shaken. I mean, having your luggage stolen? That messes with you. But having someone there, someone who genuinely had your back, that made all the difference. Here's the kicker. I would have been in a much worse situation without that safety net. No bag, no backup, and no direction to go in, I would have been lost. But because I had travel insurance, I didn't just get my stuff back, I got my peace of mind. I know, travel insurance sounds like one of those things you hear about but think you'll never need, right? Like, oh, that's just for the paranoid people. But trust me, when you're on the other side of a stolen suitcase, you'll be glad you had it. That's why I have to share this with you. I found this one company, Orozd Insure, and it's hands down the best decision I've made. It's not some big, impersonal corporation. It's personal. Real people who understand what you're going through and want to make your trip smoother, no matter what life throws your way. I never thought I'd be the person to rave about travel insurance, but here I am, telling you, it's one of those things you never know you need until you do. So, if you're planning a trip, especially to a place like Italy, do yourself a favor. Look into it. Trust me, it's a game changer. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just telling you about something that made a real difference in my life. A simple, smart decision that kept me from spiraling into panic. Because the last thing you want to be dealing with when you're halfway across the world is the stress of losing everything. Take it from someone who's been there. Travel insurance isn't just a backup plan, it's peace of mind when things go wrong. And hey, when you're on your trip, you'll be able to enjoy the beauty, the adventure, and the freedom of it all without that constant worry in the back of your mind. Trust me, it's worth it.